When I was in third grade, I wanted to play basketball more than anything. I had talked to my mom about it, and she had agreed to let me play. So I showed up at the tryouts without practicing, thinking that I would be great, but I was not great, and I didn't do very well at those tryouts. I came home from them upset and frustrated at myself. I was in my room pouting, and then my mom knocked on the door and came in. She said to put my shoes back on and to get my basketball. And after pouting about it, I listened to her and followed her into the backyard and onto our basketball court. I began dribbling and shooting and playing defense, and she helped me along the way. After a few hours, I feel like I had gained a lot of progress. I said thank you, but looking back, I don't think thank you is enough. Today I'm honoring my mom because she is my biggest supporter and she is the heart of our family, and her unmatched selflessness, care, and support for my dad, my brother, and me is what makes her so worthy of this tribute speech. My mom was always putting others before herself. When my brother and I were younger, probably 11 and 12, my dad was out of town and my mom was at work. We had come home from school and my mom had asked us to order Chinese food that she would pick up on her way home from work that we could have for dinner. I called and I ordered everything my mom asked me to. As my mom came home from work, she picked it up, and as she pulled into the driveway, we met her upstairs at the kitchen table to start dinner. We opened up the plastic bag, started opening up the little white boxes that contained the food, and after a minute we realized I forgot to order my own food. Without a second of hesitation, my mom gave me her food, and she went and grabbed cereal for herself for dinner. We sat down, my brother and I eating Chinese food, and my mom having cold cereal. I appreciated it at the time, but I don't think I really understood how caring she was and how selfless she was in that moment. Going forward into life, into my freshman year of high school, I had to do a science fair project. Science was never something I was a fan of, and I didn't want to do it. I put off doing it until the night before. Then the stress hit, and I didn't know what to do. I had no plan and no idea of how I was going to get this project done in time. I was walking around in my room stressing out about it. Then my mom came in again, and she said, "Hey, we're going to the store to get your poster board, and I'm going to help you get this thing done." We went and got the poster board and everything I would need for the project, and we sat down and we began to do it. As the hours ticked by, we made great progress and got the project done by about 1 a.m. I was able to get it to school the next day, and I got it graded. I got an A- on the project. Not bad for something I just finished a few hours before. My mom, on the other hand, had to wake up at 6 a.m. to get to work by 7, and only on those few hours of sleep, she was able to do work, come home, and make us dinner, and gave me a big compliment about my good grade, even though she was the one who made it get done. That care is what really helped me get that project done, and without her help, it wouldn't have gotten done at all. Now moving backwards, when I was in second grade, I wanted to play football, but you had to be in third grade to play football, but if you were able to get a special permission slip from your doctor, you were able to play. I talked to my mom about it, and she agreed that she'd help me get what I needed. I got the paperwork signed, and I got onto a football team. Football is my favorite sport, and I knew all about it. But as I got to that first practice, I was so scared. Those third grade kids looked like 7-foot giants. My mom stayed and watched that whole 2-hour practice in the hot August weather to show her support for me. I was doing great at the practice, but then the tackling part came. I took an absolute beatdown, but my mom cheered me on, and after I took a huge blow, I looked over to her, and she gave me a big thumbs up and a smile, showing her unconditional support for me. Afterwards, I came back from the field, and she got up and gave me a big hug and said how proud she was of me. And she took me to get Popeyes, my favorite food at the time. Through life, my mom has always been by my side, and her selflessness and care and support has what pushed me forward to grow as a person every single day. Today, she deserves to be honored because she's my biggest supporter. And as I get older, I look back and I understand all she has done for me throughout my life. Thank you, Mom, and thank you for everything you do for me. I love you very much. Thank you.